Tune in every Tuesday and hosted by longtime community organizer and entertainment professionals, Mr. Mac and DJ George Chuck. Real talk, real issues, real solutions. Nightcap Knowledge on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. Tune in and share.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We back at it one more time. Nightcap Knowledge is here on your Facebook Live, on your YouTube, on your Twitch. We appreciate everybody for checking in with us right now. And for whatever reason, my internet want to act up right now. But that's okay. We appreciate y'all, all 15 of y'all right now. We see y'all out there. Mickey Mac, what's happening?
I'm good, my brother. You ready?
Hey, I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Look, old Chuck fighting the sinus drainage this evening. And it's on him.
This one right here?
Yeah.
This one right here?
Yes, sir.
All right, look. Look, man, it ain't no good right now.
Hey.
It ain't a lick of good.
Hey, man, it's this time of the year. Actually,
it is, man. Look, that pollen and all of that. Ugh.
And I think we were having a discussion earlier about pollen. I'll remind everybody this is Nightcap Knowledge, is rated Black and Uncensored, real talk, real issues, real solutions. So get your drink, get ready, and we're gonna get into it. We were talking about that pollen, man. That pollen, those bees.
Right.
We need
we
got bees.
Pollen there. Bees to move it around.
Yeah, we need bees.
Good. Need the bees, man. Well, look, you say there. I am. I just want to say thank you to everybody out there checking in. This is Nightcap Knowledge, as Max said. Every Tuesday night, you can tune in, get you a little shot of knowledge before bed. And speaking of shots, the thing that I have in my cup tonight is Cask and Crew, but I got the ginger spice.
Okay.
Got the ginger spice. Yeah. So I'm adding. I've got my ginger tea with honey and lemon, and I put the Cask and Crew ginger spice. I thought that was a good combination for a hot toddy. What you got over there, Mac?
If you don't fix anything, you're definitely gonna sleep good. So I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna dive into something. You know what? I haven't sipped on this Elijah Craig in a while. I'm gonna jump into this Elijah Craig. This Elijah Craig, between this Elijah Craig being 94 proof and this Uncle Nearest being 93 proof, it's gonna get you where you need to be real fast.
Yeah, this is, I think this is 70, but it's a blended joint. It's the Canadian rye, aged American corn. So it's pretty tasty. I mean, it's a ginger. Dang, ginger is good. Real earthy. I guess I'm getting into my my Whiskey Wednesday. I don't think we're doing a Whiskey Wednesday tomorrow.
Okay.
But it is what. Silas has some things going on at the house. They're prepping for all of the incoming people that they have, arriving after
the crowd.
Yeah. All right, we want to give a shout out to Ray Ballard checking in tonight. He said, "I'm there. What we gonna talk about?" Look, man. Look, I appreciate you.
We're talking about black business. Yeah. So our topic was black business making history, and we got some folks we're gonna give a shout out that have been holding us down and having our back with assisting with the community. So we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna always highlight our upcoming events, and then definitely going to talk about something that's very important right now. There's a mental health minute.
Well, Matt, go ahead and get into that mental health minute, man.
Mental health minute. So we have a lot of topics we cover. We talk about we cover a lot of different things that folks are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, especially what's been happening now with the pandemic. So we want people to understand about being spiritually grounded. Spiritually grounded, it means by knowing who you are and whose you are, and being confident in self and in your purpose here, finding your purpose and being comfortable in that, and understanding that there is a greater, recognizing whatever your greater deity is, but having faith in you and understanding that your deity lives inside of you and it's a reflection of you, and kind of giving you more purpose to life. So we talk about perseverance and how that works hand in hand with that, not giving up, but also spiritual, having that spiritual groundingness, and spiritual health. We talk about transferring of negative energy. We hear people talking about, get something negative in your spirit. So that's a big thing. It's a real big thing. It's a lot of folks that's not happy. And when you don't know who you are, it's easy for somebody to tell you who you should be. So we need to be very, very grounded in that, and do more research, especially as African American people. We have been told who we were and who we are for so long that we don't know who we are. And if the more you dig in history, you start loving, studying more about history, you learn how much we built, not only just this country, but other societies, but they whitewashed it out. So we don't know who you are. It's easy for somebody to portray you and tell you who you should be in a movie or a video on music. So we got a lot of work, when it comes to Cowboys. If you ever seen Concrete Cowboys, watch Concrete Cowboys, then watch it to the end and how they explain and break it down, how, and then look at some of the YouTube clips about that and how the first real Cowboys were black, and they were called Cowboys simply because they didn't want to give them a name like Ranch Hand. And then after a while, they made that term and that lifestyle cool, and then everybody wants the term. But if you ever watch any Western, if you see a black person on it, they the person that's barely making it, and they got to teach them they don't know nothing. So you understand? So like I say, when you don't know who you are, anyone will tell you who you should be and what you should be doing. So being spiritually grounded, knowing who you are and whose you are, definitely will help you on your path. That's it.
Most definitely, man. We appreciate that mental health moment. I appreciate the spirituality aspect of that as well, Mac. I heard you say something. You mentioned the Concrete Cowboys, and I've got that on my list of things to watch. I got a little bit of it, but I definitely understand. I got to the part where that young man, he had no idea who he was, and he was seeking validation from his dad, and he had no idea that his dad, even in his absence, had played such a big role in his life. One, by naming him, but then also saying, "Look, I knew that I wouldn't, the person that you need to be around you at that time." And then I think I almost finished it, but I believe at the end, or I think I did finish that, where the dad said, thank you, to the mom, because it was like that perfect timing, God's perfect timing, meaning that he'll put the person that you ultimately need to get through or to get to what you need to get to. And it was the perfect time for that young man to be with his dad. And it was the perfect time for that dad to be with his son too. So man, look, that perfect timing, God's perfect timing, all of that, man. I appreciate that mental health minute tonight. So definitely want to apologize to Ray Ballard. I did not know that Ray Ballard was Raymondria Ballard. So we put some respect on your pronoun, my sister. And we appreciate you for checking in. Jimmy Rich, want to say what's up to you. And look, man, we got a lot of stuff that's coming up very soon. So Mac, I'm gonna throw some stuff up on the screen, and then I'll let you run through some of these announcements. But as always, we want y'all to follow Nightcap Knowledge on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. Definitely want y'all to check in on blackwindowchaser.com and always volunteer with Mississippi Move. So let's get to some of these announcements that we got going on tonight. Let's see. Well, let's go with everything you don't know about money. How about that, Mac? Let's talk about that.
Man, we've been doing some virtual workshops around financial literacy. We've done them, call them the Secure in the Bag 444 Financial Literacy Workshop, the Health and Wealth presentation. We've done several different names, but every time we do it, more research pops up, and we are able to get more in depth and be able to explain a little bit more. As things change, we're able to update people with these workshops. everything you don't
Right.
know about money. So much has changed, and people don't understand, not only since the past administration, what he put in place and what he didn't do, but also what has happened now with so much stuff. That's, it's some good things that have happened with more opportunities on the table, but also some of the things that have been going on we don't know about. We got to be very, very aware of some of this stuff. Some small tidbits we could talk about, like, who owns a lot of these different financial apps we use, such as Cash App and
Right.
Venmo and Zelle. And so when you find out Zelle is owned by TransUnion, and you want to know how people can keeping up with your money when you have folks send you money via Zelle. So it's
Right.
a lot of stuff that's going on. And now how businesses and stuff are going to digital footprint, not just for verification to see that you're a legit business, but also they're watching you. So they know how to discriminate more, understanding that the system is designed not for us, and as soon as we learn it, they are going to change the rules of it. So we got to stay on top of our game at all times. But one of the main things we talk about in this is budgeting. We talk about prioritizing and discipline. And the reason, and I know some real civil rights leaders, and a lot of them talked about when they were fighting for social justice, they wish they had done more work around economic justice. And economic justice is something that we can pick up right now, is understanding how to use the dollar and everything that you think you do not know about money.
Right.
Everything you think you know about money, even updating you about the cryptocurrency and where they're taking this society, understanding that, how the dollar is not worth, knowing a little history about it, but also knowing where they're going now. And then also one of the main things, a lot of us grew up without a lot. So it's not so much about what you have, it's how you use it and
how you manage,
how you manage what you have and finding other ways to be creative. So we're going to dive into this, man. We're going to talk about everything from business development, professional business development for black businesses. We're going to talk about the words that people don't want to talk about, which is bankruptcy, all things about credit, everything you want to know. There's no such thing. We talk about credit restoration, not fixing your credit, but credit restoration. Not only will you learn a lot of things that you could do on your own, but we will have a person there that if you want to sit down for one-on-one that can work with you to help you get through the process. Banking, it's a lot of folks that are still unbanked, how important that is. And understanding even with banking that the person that's sitting inside of the bank that takes your application does not make the ultimate decision about if you get the loan or not. So very, very important information. We ask y'all to tune in this Thursday. Chuck dropped the link. Chuck has dropped the flyer. Pass it to somebody and not just people that might be into this type of stuff.
Just look and let's be upfront with them.
We definitely are. Yeah,
we're gonna ask for a little donation. So here's the thing. Mac, the game is to be sold, right? But we putting it in front of all of us on platforms so that we can go and grow, and then glow together. Like Chaplain Johnson always said, go and grow. At the end of the day, sometimes you're gonna have to buy a textbook so that you can go and then you can grow. You got to buy a textbook. So we ain't asking you to buy no textbook like you was, buying when you was on the yard at Tougaloo or Jackson State, Alcorn, Morehouse, what have you. All we saying is we're gonna ask for a little donation, and then the time that I promise you, the donation that we're gonna ask for, you probably gonna send us another sum. And I would ask you to do this. If you want to make an investment into somebody else's life, register them and then send a donation on their behalf. So if you register it on this link right now, you see it on the screen. You also see it in the comments. We'll send you the information on where to send your donation. And we ain't talking about no $1,000. We ain't talking about no $100. We ain't talking about. It's gonna be a very small donation. It's just to let us know that you're serious about taking the next step into building a legacy for yourself and for your family. That's all we're trying to do.
So in dealing with life coaching, you talk about lifestyle change and diet modification, right? So lifestyle change, first thing to start with is the mindset. So we trying to change our mindset as an African people from being a consumer base to being an owner base. And then not only will you look at things differently on your perspective, but you look at things different from other folks you do business with. And then so you work on this process about supporting each other. But the first thing starts with is budgeting in your budget and prioritizing your budget. And one of the main things you do is save for you make sure you pay yourself first. So we're going to talk about all of those things and explain into how a lot of us go backwards. What's your light bill of the month? I don't know. It's this much. No, you make your light bill fit within your budget. So, it could be several things you need to do to make sure that your energy bill fit in your budget. But those are things we have to do. Even our in-kind services with our time and all the way down to having funds, we're going to help folks.
You preaching the Mac and Chuck. You preaching the Mac and Chuck right now, Mac.
The most stuff that we do, the most stuff that somebody asks you to do. And because we understand, as I put in that text between myself, Chuck, and his line brother AC, who is a minister, I said we all are called to serve and with different titles.
There you go, man. Everybody got a ministry.
And we out there, and folks are definitely utilizing ours. But we are always happy to be blessed, to be a blessing to help others. But one thing we want to do is not only to be in a position to give you a fish, but teach you and give you the capacity to be able to go and catch your own fish yourself, or give you, it would say for those who eat vegetables, give you some turnips, or teach you how to garden yourself.
Yeah, we got to teach you to till the field, man. Yeah,
that's it.
Got to prep that ground,
on the plow. Keep your hand on the plow.
Look, you mentioned that we're gonna be highlighting Black businesses tonight. I also want to give an announcement and a shout out to Jackson Black Pages has made the transition to Mississippi Black Pages, the 6th annual Mississippi Black Business Expo. So, continuing on where Jackson Black Pages left off, Mississippi Black Pages Black Business Expo, Saturday, August the 21st, 2021. 12 to 5 p.m. We're going to be at the Jackson Convention Complex, and you can register right now. Mississippi Black Pages. Go to that link, MississippiBlackPages.com, and you can get registered today. So shout out to Sabir, Brad, Fumi, Trina, and all of the volunteers and everybody that makes the Black Business Expo there in Jackson, Mississippi, downtown Jackson. Now open to businesses from all across the state of Mississippi. All the people that make that happen, man, we appreciate them.
Man, that's a celebration in itself. That's definitely a celebration in itself. How you started and where you are now, for networking with Black businesses, to putting together a network. It's there. It's beaming. It's beaming. So right now it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So we definitely want to put some energy behind that and get folks to come out and participate. And as I've said for several times, Black business owner, don't just wait on people to walk off the street. Network with the other business owners that are there, because if you have a business where you have to type and give folks documents, then you need to find out what Black business supply paper. So we got to make sure that we create our Black ecosystem and support each other. What you got
right about that, man? Speaking of, and I guess we got a little delay tonight, man. I don't know what we need to do about that, but. Speaking of supporting and networking, this sister here, Cassandra James Weathersby, RCP, support group space for Black and brown women, first and third Thursdays, 6 p.m. Central Time, free virtual event, therapeutic counseling. So, Mac, could you tell us a little bit more about this?
So that's something that's taking place that a lot of folks have been asking about, to create a safe space for counseling and rehab. When I said rehab, just kind of being able to create that support system. There's so much happening right now in our society. And this is just one event that is being put on where you can come together, especially to support our sisters, Black and brown, because there's a different oppression that's going on with them. Especially we did an event with Protect Our Women, talking about sex trafficking, in the targeted areas and who are they targeting. So it's so much is happening, and everybody needs their own safe space. We all can do stuff together, but everybody needs their own safe space. The Black and brown sisters, they need their own safe space, just them. The brothers need their own safe space. Everybody, children need their own space, just for them, so you can talk to someone on their level, because what in their eyes and how they see things and what they're dealing with might be different from us. So, everybody needs their own safe space.
Yeah.
What else you got
man.
next, Joe?
Look, you talk about safe space, and being able to carve out that safe space digitally and real time. Being able to check your own bias at times is one of the things that made me think about, because you may be walking around with your own bias, and then that kind of changes the dynamics in a room. So you want to try to be one of those people that create space for people to be themselves, their whole self, wherever they are. So the last thing that we got coming up is a spring bling at Madonna Manor. Now this is one of our usual stops for Mississippi Move, right, Matt?
Right. Yeah. So Madonna Manor, senior citizen, home for disability and senior citizens, disabled folks and senior citizens. They are a real nice group of folks, man. We've been going over there, transporting them to the polls. We went and did census. We dropped off information. Last year when the pandemic hit, we dropped off masks. We just recently were over there doing a water crisis and did provided a hot meal with Eddie Wright's barbecue, and we delivered pallets of water and everything. So, this is a good group of folks. And what we're trying to do is centralize and working with the same group of people so we can help them in their growth and help meet their needs. And that's why, we still help people there randomly, but I'm trying to focus more on continue to work with the same group so we can continue to get them where they need to be, and also create a model. So when, to be able to assist others, someone else might want to work with another group, also, I can't forget about my group over there, 809 State Street. So, so you never know. We know where we are now, and hopefully we got some younger folks watching us, and they want to keep that mission going when they get, or they might be able to do it tomorrow. Who knows? That's what I told one of the students yesterday. He said, man, well, I appreciate it. I said, listen, man, I said, it's too little long. Only thing we want you to do is to do this for other students when you get in a better position, to come back and just do something for the yard, do something for the students, and provide that type of support, and just give back. So that's all we got to do, is just give back. Because one thing about it, if the Lord bless you, you're going to get older. And you don't know where your position or what situation you're going to be in when you get older. So you better be nice to people.
Yeah. You're right about that. Look, I've been my fair share of nice. Look, I'm gonna go out my way to make sure that you got your little scholarship, young man.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure. Yeah, gonna make sure you're gonna be taken care of.
Yeah, that's right, man. So look, all of these events are coming up. This is April 30th at Madonna Manor. Spring Bling, Springboard to Opportunities is the presenting organization for this event. We also want to run back through the support group space for Black and brown women, and we'll throw all of these up on the Nightcap Knowledge page if you want to reflect back on this. Also, everything you don't know about money, that's this Thursday, and then later on in the summer, that will be the 6th annual Mississippi Black Business Expo there in Jackson, Mississippi. August 1st. Did I get what, Matt?
The one about the rally, peace rally.
No, it was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do see that now. Okay.
Yeah.
And then got a peace rally. All right. Can go ahead and start talking about it. And I'll try to get it up on the screen for you.
So I think that the date is like May 6th for a peace rally, and that's going to be taking place in Parham Bridges Park. That's going to be off of Old Canton, and it's just different organizations coming together to talk about peace. And there's no reason that anybody to ask why. If you watching TV, listen to the radio, on social media, why that there's such a great need to talk about peace, stand up and speak out for peace. There are things that are going to have to happen. This is just a meeting of the minds, but in each individual community, you're going to have to know what does peace mean to you? What does peace look like to you? And what do we have to do in each area to be able to bring about peace? And so it could be different things, but this is taking place on May 6th. So we asking those who are out there want to support. Thank you, Ms. Meredith, for sending me this information. Old coworker from Southern Echo, still out there working. So this is a good event. Anytime we can gather and support and positivity is always good. So we want to make sure that we continue to not only create more events and spaces like this, but we also come up with solutions to the problem of how do we bring about the peace that we want to see.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. We got to be able to be peaceful towards our brothers and sisters. I know that you in social work, you talk a lot about like proximity, meaning that people aren't going to go way across town to interact with another person. No matter if it's a positive interaction or a negative interaction, that interaction is probably gonna happen right there in the neighborhood where that person lives. So we got to be able to find that common ground. So we can have peaceful interactions with each other, but then also that we can build with each other. And then next thing you know, we got, like you said, these economic systems that are all working for the betterment of our community. So yeah, that's definitely a good groove right there. Now I got something that I don't have a graphic for, but we'll be doing voter registration in Gulfport, Mississippi at Jones Park this Friday as a part of Cinema by the Shore. So it's going to be basically a movie in the park that's sponsored by the city of Gulfport. And Mississippi Move will be on the scene doing voter registration there. And also I Got It Made will be on the scene, throwing out a few t-shirts here and there, So we're all over the place. That's this Friday, Gulfport, Mississippi, starting at dusk. So if you're in the area in Gulfport, Mississippi, come check us out.
You know what? We forgot about one thing. So this Saturday also, Mississippi Move will be partnering with the Salvation Army here in Jackson to do breakfast and lunch for the homeless. So at 7:30 a.m. we'll be doing breakfast in Smith Park. And then at 9 o'clock, we will be doing lunch in Pittman Park, formerly known as Poindexter Park. And then we have our annual we have our normal breaking bread event. We will be at UIG building, better known as Sankofa, 911 Palmyra Street. We will have hot meals, and we're going to have cases of water and a couple other items for families that are in need. No question asked, right? So if you know someone that's in need, if you're going to take them the food or you're going to bring them to come get the food, come get a hot meal, come get a case of water, come get some things. Right. And the water is being donated by the Salvation Army to be able to assist families that are in need. So we have folks that are in severe homelessness, those who we see that are out in the park and under viaducts and different places that are sleeping. Then we have folks that are homeless that we consider to be that they move from maybe 5, 6, 7 times a year, and they're sleeping on different couches. They're moving from house to house. They don't have their own place to stay. And then you have folks that are severely at risk of becoming homeless. They don't have enough income. They're behind on their rent, or they are very close to eviction. They don't have enough financial means to help take care of things. So it might not be a lot, but we want to be able to at least provide them with a hot meal, get them a case of water, maybe might be able to get some vegetables, something to give them. That's some money they can utilize for something different. And that's one meal they won't have to worry about fixing. So we're going to be doing 100 plates. First 100, first people can come get it. It's good, healthy food prepared by the folks at Sankofa Kitchen. So you definitely don't have to worry about anything else. It's going to be good and healthy for you. So that's going to take place at 12:30 at 911 Palmyra Street. And earlier that morning, we'll be out in the community providing food and resources to the homeless. So we got a lot of work. Man.
We got a lot going on. Man. And as AC,
voter registration at every event, voter registration
at every event, and we cannot grow weary in well doing.
That's right.
All right. Now look, we were supposed to have old Chill on tonight, man. And we got to give a shout out to Sherria's Chicken Coop, because we have people that work with us regularly. And they hold us down, and they pull up and they pop out and they do their thing every time, man. So we just want to give credit where credit is due. So right now we want to highlight Sherria's Chicken Coop. Now that's on University Boulevard, right, Matt? University Boulevard is otherwise known as Terry Road. So now Terry Road, that's over there by Jackson State. And I don't know. Look, I had some shrimp from Chill Will the other day when we were over on the campus of Tougaloo College. Man, them shrimp was outstanding, and the lemon pepper fries, I must say, that's probably the best set of fries that I've had in a long time.
The boy is bad, and I'm telling you, he came in. He said, "Man, you know, I'm working on my building, getting ready for my restaurant. But look, I'm gonna come over there. We're gonna take care of Tougaloo." Showed up, brought his whole team. I'm talking about they were running it. They ran it like they usually do it over there in the spot. And
Hey, man,
folks was lined up. Folks was bragging about the food. He did wings. He did chicken tenders. He did chicken Phillies, steak Phillies, shrimp fries. I mean, folks enjoyed the food. Some of our fellow alumni and some of your old coworkers enjoyed it so much they took 2 plates. We ain't gonna talk about them right now.
They sure did. They sure.
Yeah, they got 2 plates.
They got all the plate, all the food.
Man, but he now is I'm about to say, are you gonna roll up on it, man? Now the thing that he wanted, one of the things that he's most popular for is that loaded turkey leg. He got a loaded turkey leg, and that loaded turkey leg is a smoked. I'm talking about to the point where you can just break it open with your hand, no problem. And they put a seafood macaroni and cheese in it. And for those who still, man, it's so much good stuff folks say about that. They definitely like that. And you got to find a picture. Yeah, that's the event we did over there.
Yeah,
you might go to the menu part and see if you can pull it up.
All right, let me see.
Just go straight to the menu. But yeah, big shout out to Chill Will. They definitely held us down when the ice storm hit. He showed up, man, and fed so many community folks. We were just very thankful. We were able to get in contact with him, and he helped us out so much. And anytime we can call him, he actually did one event with us last year when we did the My Freedom, My Vote rally. So he's definitely a brother that's there for the community, and he put on a good show when he show up, because I haven't heard anybody complain about the food. If anything they complain about it, it's gonna be they didn't get enough.
Like, I want some more.
That's what they complain about.
Well, look, man, I can't find the stuffed turkey leg, but I tell you what, the next time I go to Jackson, I come to Jackson, I'm gonna get me a stuffed turkey leg, and I'll put it on the Nightcap page, man.
And barbecue on Fridays, so that's when you come. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Cool beans, man. Cool beans. Now, the next person that we want to highlight is Nothing But Smoke Catering, another brother that has definitely been down with us from the start. As you can see, Barbecue Pat was with us when we did what was that? Easter. That was Easter. We did that event, man, and these wings and that chicken pasta. Oh my goodness. Hey, that stuff was hidden, man.
We went up to Lexington and we did those meals up there. And my great auntie, she kept saying, she said that what she call it? She said she didn't call it chicken pasta. She called it something else. I forgot what she said, but she said his show was good. And she talked about it. She still talk about it. And they enjoyed themselves with that food. And so Brother Pat has been holding it down with Mississippi Move and Phi Beta Sigma for so long, not just with Tailgate, but ever since we started doing more stuff in the community. We hit the ground really rolling in 2014. He's been there pulling that trailer, feeding the homeless in the park, doing events. And this year, because of the ice storm and the water crisis, he's been pulling that trailer all over the place, from up and down Utica and Edwards to Prentice, Port Gibson, Lexington. So he's really been working. Brother Pat right now is under the weather. We got to hold each other accountable and support each other. We're going to have to stay on his head to make sure he take care of himself, because he has been doing a lot of good work. And we definitely don't want to, we'll want the work to continue, but we also want to make sure that he take care of himself. So we're going to wish that our brother get well soon. And definitely not to get on that grill. Even much as as good as the food look, and as much good comments as he has about the food, we need him to stay away from that grill for a little while and just get some rest and take it easy. So yeah, you showing pictures right now. You finna have somebody call and tell them they want a whole half a hog.
Look at this. Look at this, man.
Yeah. Nothing.
Watch that.
Nothing.
Watch that. Nothing but smoke. Look at that juice.
Nothing.
You see that juice?
Nothing but smoke. Yeah.
Boy,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nothing but smoke.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Pat
yeah, definitely. Oh man. Hey, he know what he doing. Pat knows what he's doing.
No comments down here.
Still knows what he's doing. They know what they're doing at Sherrias Chicken Coop and Nothing But Smoke Catering. So we definitely gotta appreciate those guys for rolling with us. All of the volunteers for rolling with us, man. We appreciate everybody out there. So the donations. And look, Matt, go ahead and tell them about the all gas, no break shirts that we got rolling.
Mississippi Move has a new shirt. We pushing all gas, no breaks. Moving Mississippi forward. That's our plan. That's our mission that we're working on. We got so many things in place now that we are putting together to move Mississippi forward. We got a whole program planned for this summer. We're not just a reading piece, but we're also going to be doing more supportive pieces. We got a plan with confidence, discipline, and self-defense, which we're going to be working with our brother, Coach Freeman with Keep Swinging Boxing Gym to help put that in place. We're going to be doing the Parents Academy for parents. We're going to have the reading feed for children. We'll be using comic books and stuff like that and different speakers. So we're going to be really working hard to bring our community together. It's like a village project. We're going to be working on to heal the whole village. We don't want to leave the seniors out. There's one plan. If anybody out there want to volunteer, I want you to help me with this. A lot of our senior citizens be so happy to see us when we take them to the polls, because they have no other way to get around to go to do simple stuff like to grocery stores. So we want to see if we can find a way at no cost to the senior, maybe just a couple of days a week, we can be able to assist them and just at least getting some things and getting to the store. And just, not talking about those we got to go through the facility or nothing, but I'm just talking about folks that live at home or live on their own and don't have anyone. They have children. The children might not live here, but we can just be able to provide them at least 1 day or 2 days a week to help them get to the store. And, most older people that are very active, when they're going to go to the store when the store open, it's not going to be at 5 o'clock in the evening. They're going to be there when the key open at 7. They're going to say, how you doing, baby? And going to be walking in the store, going to get what they need. That's so, and they trying to get in and get out. So that's what we need. Anybody that want to help with that process, that program, we want to definitely find you to be able just to, and we ain't talking about a lot of folks. Maybe you just schedule them, take somebody 1 or 2 persons at a time, but it creates a bonding. I did a paper a couple of years ago, talk about loneliness and isolation with our elders. Right. So, and it's a real thing. And we saw that with the pandemic of loneliness and isolation with them being separated and not being able, because sometimes even the caregiver or the PCA or the CNA that come to their house, they help take care of them. That's the only physical company a lot of them have. And when the pandemic hit, that stopped. So, so definitely we want to encourage that. So we're trying to do something to help the whole community. We're going to be doing more. We're going to be doing Man Talk. We're going to be doing the Parents Academy. We're going to be doing different things this summer, but we're definitely going to have the feeding program and the reading program for the youth. And we're just going to, right now we're looking at June. Who knows? If we got get some more people to come in and step in and help us out, we might be able to do July also. But right now we know we can do June. And that's the new shirt. That's the logo. Moving Mississippi forward. All gas, no brakes. And our sister, where's she at? Miss Dee Dee Delaney. That sister right there, give her a shout out. That she lived the motto. She is constantly working for a holistic healing process and i.e. Due through CBD, hemp, and she's definitely spreading the word and educating folks on how important that is and the multiple uses of hemp and CBD. So I don't know where she went to. I saw her earlier in the comments, but go check out and support Hemp World. We got folks out there working hard and they moving Mississippi forward, all gas, no brakes, no pun intended on the all gas when I started talking about hemp and CBD. No pun.
Yeah, exactly.
We got somebody, Raymond. Who's that?
Raymond Devnet Sr. Shout out to Raymond Devnet. Appreciate you for checking in. This is Nightcap Knowledge. And you're rocking with DJ George Chuck and Mr. Mac, man. Look, we've been highlighting and appreciating and expressing our gratitude for the business owners that help us do what we do with Mississippi Move and have risen to the challenge. They heard the clarion call when, one, inside of a pandemic, two, during a winter storm crisis, and three, they've been working with us for a number of years. So some new folks, some old folks, but at the end of the day, we all folks, and we want to take care of our people, and we want to keep this positivity rolling. So right. All of y'all that are here with us every Tuesday, all our nightcappers, we appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do, taking time out of your schedule to sit with us, to rock with us, to discuss some ideas, to sometimes just take a break, have some fun. But as always, we want to create that safe space, build that community, and then get together and do something positive and move our state forward in a positive manner so we can go, grow, and glow.
Yes, sir.
Well, Matt, look, I don't have any other things to discuss. I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I'm not all caught up.
Yeah, I won't wait till you caught up, bro. Sorry. I want to wait till you get caught up, and because we always talk about the condition of the African American people and how you've had those with motive that would create movies and videos and things to condition our mindset to not highlight the betterment of ourselves and to live our real true callings. But I think the way this storyline went is definitely something that those of African descent would definitely be happy about. Definitely something they would be, I would say, proud of. Because it's showing us in a strong role. A lot of times you don't see that. And definitely, Marvel has always been doing that for quite a while with those type of characters.
Yeah. Look, shout out to Devin Matthews, man. He says the shirt fire. He dropped the fire emojis in the chat. And brother Raymond Devnet Sr. has said he's in Florida and he would like to help. So, Mac, you want to give him an idea of how folks that are not necessarily in Mississippi, but they have ties to Mississippi, how they can chip in and help with Mississippi Move and all the things that we're doing?
So it's three different things you can do. So first of all, for the shirt, you can go to I Got It Made and order your shirt, all gas, no brakes. For those who are not here, if you live in Florida, there's three things you can do. One, if you want to do a contribution, like financial contribution, you can donate. The second thing would be a resource. If you know of a resource that we can use, a support system that can help us what we're doing here. The third thing would be duplicating the process that we're doing here in Florida,
right.
Working together, and being able to help reach the youth there. Because in my mind, I think we can work together, man, and that's what real organizing is about, is breaking down the boundary lines that has been used as fence to keep us in. One thing I learned with organizing in the early ages were we would travel to other states and we would go to New York or we would go to Epps, Alabama. We would go to other places and we've seen the same issues in Black and brown communities. Even in New Mexico, we're working with the groups like SWAP. I met one of the original Brown Berets. We're dealing with the same issues. And the thing is providing support to each other in our time of need. Or when it happens to me, if I couldn't defeat them or if I did, either way, I come to you and tell you what to expect and help you plan and prepare for when they get ready to attack you. And it's saying that could be physically, could be systematically, either way, just providing a support system and utilizing our strengths and resources to work together, and so those are things that you can do. We got to heal our people, and we got to start with ourselves and educating and being willing to help. So, one of the major things you've already accomplished by just asking, what can you do? We just can, what we can do our little part, and it adds up, You never know how much a small thing like passing out water helps.
That means a lot, man. You think about those folk, you know, like think about one of the and I forget if it was a gentleman or one of the ladies at Madonna Manor. I remember you, Mac, telling me one of the folks over there said, you know, we so appreciate y'all coming over here because we thought that, you know, everybody had forgot about us.
Yeah.
And you think about, you know, just water.
Yeah.
And just, you know, dropping by. So, you know, we hear things like that when we're out in the community and we're doing things that, yeah, you know, Mississippi Move has been getting a little pub lately, but a lot of times, you know, we be moving in silence. Like Lil Wayne say, you know, real G's moving silence like lasagna. Like, you know, a lot of times, man, we be moving in silence like lasagna, and you go and do something and you ain't asking for no credit or anything. You just move because you supposed to move. And that's how we operate with Mississippi Move. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the work, and we ain't asking for no credit. The thing is, we just want our people to be better.
Now, that's the good side of it. And the other part is halftime, we ain't asking for no permission either. We just gonna go ahead and do what need to be done.
Yeah,
because you know,
like,
we ain't got time for that. Yeah, right. That's you took the words right out of my mouth. Because we ain't got time to be held up with all that protocol and whatever the case may be. When you got folks that's hungry, you got folks that, you know, you got to think about what would you want for someone to do for you or your parents or your grandparents in that time of need, you know. And I think a lot of times we get in, you know, in position with these false sense of authorities, and we create more red tape than we have to. And you think about what would you want for someone to do for your folks?
Yeah.
You know, and in halftime, the sad thing about it is, you know, we a lot of folks, some folks are not even knowing what's going on, you know, but people are in need, you know, and I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been out there in the streets with the folks, and then I've been on the call with the big wigs, and they tell me, oh, we have this going on. I'm like, well, if this is going on, then why are the people that we out there on the street saying this is what they need? You know, I seen the dumbest shit ever, and I hadn't seen it no more. You know, it was coming. I seen there was a bid out for a contractor for the city of Jackson to cover the underpaths, you know, fence them in to keep the homeless from sleeping under there. And I'm gonna make, I don't know who pushed it. You know, in other cities, you know, everybody's, you know, they want to keep the downtown area, you know, nice, but whatever the case may be. So this is the dumbest shit that I can't understand. They want to pay $245,000 to $400,000 for fencing. Those are the three bids I saw. The lowest one was $245,000, the highest one was $400 some thousand. The other one was in the middle to fence in the underpaths. What can you do?
What could, do you know how much money? How much money you said? Say it again.
245. Now this is for folks that we know that own the ground. 45,000, bro. I could take a whole little area in Jackson and just turn it into a whole village. You know what I'm saying? I could turn it into shipping container homes, tiny homes. I can do a whole lot of shit. But see, when you get caught up in practicality, see, that's the thing. A lot of folks, you know, you sit back and you look at policies, and there's a quote that the Baba Dick Gregory talked about, and this he been, you know, folks shared on Facebook and whatever. We have been conditioned to think that legal means right, and understand that slavery was legal. And I say it like this: just because it's legal don't mean it's right, and just because it's right don't make it. Just because it's legal don't make it right. And sometimes what's right might not be legal. It all depends on what person sitting there holding that pen to create a policy. You see what I'm saying? And that's an issue that we don't understand. Like somebody take a stroke of a pen and create a policy, and that's what's especially has happened to the African American community, Black and Brown community over years. They take whatever your social norms, cultural norms are, and they make a law against it. So anytime you do what you normally do, you're breaking the law. Right. So, you know, it's a lot of different things.
Look, man, Jorge saying he was working on a documentary down here on the coast. Jorge Reyes, J King Media. Shout out to my brother in the comments. We do a lot of work together down here. But you're right about, you know, government not wanting to invest in, and we're not going to even just limit it to government. I would say that the nonprofit industrial complex and the government, our government entities, will not invest in eradicating or truly addressing a problem. Like what can we do to address the problem? What can we do to erase the problem? What can we do? Now we're gonna throw $250,000 to fix in or to basically keep out the homeless from sleeping under an underpass, when you could say, all right, well, let's take that same $250,000 and we're going to retrofit a vacant structure and make it into a homeless shelter that could, or some, not even a shelter. How about some type of living quarters that could, let's say, all right, they need a PO box. If this person, it's too much like, right, I see you over there shaking your head. All I'm saying is, you give us $250,000, I promise you, we're gonna make some shake.
Listen, there was a group out of Texas. They got a resource center there for the homeless in Texas. It's like the mall for the homeless, right? Everything is there.
Right.
They came and did a presentation here in the Department of Mental Health. Everybody was there because a significant amount of folks that are homeless suffer from different emotional and different issues, right? They did talk about creating a resource center downtown, and all the good folks, didn't want them downtown. Now, here's why I don't end up speaking at people's churches. The person that we say that everybody believes in and put on their new suit and their nice hat and fall down crying at the altar and say that they worship was a person that walked everywhere they went that did not have new clothes. So when they say, how would you, the old spiritual song that they sang in my church would say, how would I know him when I see him? He would have nail prints in his hand and salvation on his brow, right? So the people that we look over and look past that are tattered and dirty, we look past them. We don't want them around us, but we don't know who you walking into. You don't know what ancestor, what spirit you're seeing. And we do not spend enough time in trying to work with those folks. You got millionaires that are out there on the street. You got veterans. You got former law enforcement that are out there on those streets. And that was a story that you'd be hearing a lot about DMX and how he got addicted to crack, right? And well, we had a gentleman out there in the park who was addicted to crack. And he has a similar story like DMX. He was at Jackson State in the 80s. Played in the boom, one of his crab brothers. And his crab brother brought in a friend from the streets and introduced him. And that guy got him hooked on crack. And he'd been owning all crack all his life. But that brother got a clean CDL. He never, ever did drugs while he was under the wheel. But he said the bad thing about it is you get an addiction, however the addiction comes, you get in trouble, go to jail. When you get out of jail, you have to stay in what they call a halfway house sometimes. And guess what those houses are located at? In the same area where the drugs
where you can pick up whatever your life is. Yep.
Yeah. The same thing that sent you to jail. That's where you at. You back in that same environment. So all I'm saying is we got to start looking at things differently and saying, what is the solution, right? And what can we do as a whole and not just depend on government? As a community, what are we willing to do to help solve the problems? So, what are we going to do? What are some things you would want if that were you or your family member in that situation? So, just putting together small packets to give folks, finding a safe space. If you got land in the city and you said, hey, y'all can come and pitch tents here, something simple like that. Because we had a homeless gentleman that froze to death during the ice storm right behind Walmart off of Highway 18 in the woods. Right. And so, those are real things. And then what I said about checking on the homeless, there was a elderly lady who came out of her house in another small town and fell on the ice and froze to death. So that's why I said check on our elders and our senior citizens. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that need to be done, but we can do it as a village. There's no special titles. There's no special titles. Right? There's nothing like that. It take a village to raise a community. We are in a new Jim Crow. Jim Crow ain't ever changed for us. It's economic starvation. It's the thing. Part of the thing with the city of Jackson, and one of the messages that went out is that the lieutenant governor basically told the mayor, if you give us the airport, we'll help you give you the money for your infrastructure. So I tell anybody, if you ever watch any Western, why would they keep fighting for a city that you said is not worth anything? Nobody's going to fight for something that's not worth anything. And one of the major issues with the city of Jackson and why it can't develop like it needs to commercially, because the city of Jackson don't own Jackson. Some of your major commercial buildings that lay dormant are owned by people in another state, and they are writing off as a depreciating asset, and they ain't trying to sell it or fix it. They're just going to leave it there. And we don't own the city.
And they got these backroom deals with the folks that are in, these positions of power. Look, hey, we don't want y'all.
The real positions of power. The real positions of power. Not the local elected officials in the municipality. I'm talking about other positions of power. Yeah. State level, federal level.
Where the influence lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got some skin folk that ain't our kinfolk too. That's smiling and selling you out as fast as they smile. But we want to create more strong Black businesses, and we got to start right here. And one of the major things about the airport, why they want it, because they want the 200 acres that come with the airport. If the city of Jackson had the capacity to develop the acres that with the airport, then that would create so much revenue for the city of Jackson. And if Jackson had the money to save itself, then you lose the power or whatever little control you would have over the city. So it's never a situation where they want to put you in a position to save yourself.
Sometimes you gotta get out of your own way and listen to some of the people that are right in front of you.
It's why I said there's one in every family. Oh yeah. And now the message, I wish I quoted right. If Chuck can find it, the message that DMX said in one of his last interviews: expect a thief to be a thief. Expect a liar to be a liar. But the thing what you need to do is know them when you see them and know how to see them. So you got some folks that you know who they are. You just need to be able to know who they are when you see them. And that lets you know how to deal with them. Don't try to change them or don't expect them to change. You just know who they are and you know how to deal with them in their capacity. Sometimes they might show youthfulness to be able to help you, but you just know them and you just know how far to say trust them as far as you can throw them. You
don't always want to feel better. Like however the fuck you want to feel, there should be a song that helps you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That you can just ride to it and then, just feel like you want to feel. Who the fuck wants to be happy all the time?
I don't think that's it.
No, that ain't it.
No, that ain't it.
It was a famous quote. Now it was, I can't remember what group. I think the drinking group, whatever the drinking group he did an interview with, but he talked about knowing that person when you see him.
It sounds like us.
Yeah, it is. It's the drinking group. As I polish off my
drink champs. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, that's it. We definitely not on that level yet. No.
People ask me what's a papadilla. I say it's juicy meats and melty cheese folded in crispy flat bread. But my full of papadilla, so I don't think they heard me. Try one for just $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich.
I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Papa John, give us some money. Shaq, where the money at, Shaq?
We're not going to we'll
go ahead and get it for next time. We'll throw it up there tomorrow once we find it. But so it goes back connecting what I was talking about also with that spiritual ground is, in this knowing your third eye being open, consciousness of knowing and seeing folks and who they are and what they really about. Because you got some folks that are always out the blue. want to know what's going on and asking, and they're not asking for any benefit. Yeah,
right.
they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out what was happening, and they figure that you got the plug and no. But so they're not as interested in trying to help as you think they are. Yeah. So
yeah, man.
So
look,
man,
we done ran through a lot.
Oh yeah, we definitely highlighting our businesses going back over Chill Wheel, Sherrias Chicken Coop, Nothing But Smoke. We talked about Hemp World. Who are we missing?
Barbecue Pat.
We talked about that's Nothing But Smoke, Chill Wheel. We talked about Hemp World. We could give a shout out to Eddie Wright Barbecue, who also helped us out. Sankofa Kitchen. We'll be doing the event this Saturday over there. For families that are in need, if folks that they need there's a hot plate or any resources, come by and get a case of water. And it's going to be at 911 Palmyra Street. And we're going to be out with the homeless earlier that morning, providing breakfast and things of that nature. And we're going to be doing voter registration at every event. And hopefully the weather hold. We'll be able to do a manner for Friday. And we're just going to keep doing events, man. We're going to keep doing things hand to hand, direct as much as possible, as safe as possible. Let me give this this message right here. I want everybody to hear this. The coronavirus is still active. It's still here. It's there. Don't worry about how long it's been here and it should be gone. It's not. We know several folks that are close to us that had family members that were diagnosed with coronavirus and that were sick. So please take care of yourself. Don't get too comfortable. The people are not doing the as much media behind it as possible because they want you to get relaxed. They want you to start back to spending your money in the economy. So they want you to go ahead and go out. You don't hear them talking as much about the mask. They keep pushing the vaccines. Amazing they keep pushing the vaccine more than they push the mask at first when they act like the virus didn't exist. But understand the vaccine is similar to your flu vaccine. The flu vaccine does not stop you from getting the flu. It's supposed to design to create antibodies to help your body fight off the flu if you get it. Well, coronavirus vaccine, it does not stop you from getting coronavirus. It's supposed to help you build antibodies to fight off the virus. Also, do your due diligence, not just for yourself and just get the vaccine. Look up Moderna, look up Pfizer, look up Johnson & Johnson, look up what are some of the side effects and learn about your underlying health conditions because those things mix together. If one of them causes shortness of breath and you have a respiratory problem, that might not be the vaccine for you. But also, you still need to make sure you take care of yourself even after you do receive the vaccine and stay masked, stay sanitized, and stay gloved. Be cautious about what you do and when you take your mask off. And be careful because, again, they want us to act like the virus is gone so we can start back to traveling, start back to spending money. That's the biggest concern was the economy. That's what everybody kept talking about, the economy. And the thing is, they already said it was the earth was, getting to the point where we had so many people here. They are looking at us in data, 1%. We only lost 1%, but that 1% is somebody's father, mother, auntie, whatever the case may be. That's a real person that affects a lot of folks. So be careful, take care of yourself. If your ass just refuse to wear a mask and not do right, stay your ass away from me and mine and everybody else. And definitely don't go around elder people or people with compromised immune system. If that's your decision, that's your decision. But don't put other folks' life in jeopardy because of your facade freedom that you think you have.
And there it is. We got to give a shout out. I know we did this earlier, but we got to show the man some love. Eddie Wright, Preserve the Pit 2021 grant recipient. That's Kingsford Charcoal. Preserve the Pit 2021 grant recipient Eddie Wright, straight out of the Jacktown, Mississippi. Barbecue tastes better in Mississippi. Y'all heard it. I said it. Barbecue tastes better in Mississippi. Look, man, it's Nightcap Knowledge. We've been talking for about an hour, and I'm ready to go get me a bath, get me some vapor rub, cruise on into some Z's. All my nightcappers out there, we appreciate y'all for checking in with us each and every Tuesday right here on Black for No Chaser, 9 p.m. Central. Mr. Mac, you got any closing words?
Oh, Drop the link again, Chuck. I got it made. T-shirt if you want to get the All Gas No Breaks T-shirt, and then also if you want to register for the financial literacy workshop that we got coming up this Thursday, so go ahead and do that and share those links, especially the one about the financial literacy. If you want to know someone that needs to be working on that stuff, if you want to gift it to them, go ahead and do it. But make sure you go ahead and sign up, and we'll see you Thursday.
Most definitely. All the links that we are referencing are in the comments. As you can see, I've now got them on the screen. That's bit.ly/444money. We actually have the event. I'll put the event in the comments as well. This is Nightcap Knowledge. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, or we'll see y'all Thursday if you register for everything you don't know about money. We'll see y'all soon, man. And as always, we are trying to get to
wait.
Appreciate you, Raymond Devnet Sr. See y'all Thursday.
I know that's right. What a money